Yo, what up, man? You rocking with Trae the Truth, a.k.a. King Truth. And if you don't know, I'm telling you to stop what you're doing and tune in. Go check me out real soon on the Bootleg Kill podcast.
Yo, Bootleg Kev podcast, Bootleg Kev show. Special guest is here. My guy, Trae the Truth.
What up, though?
The new album is coming out next week.
Yeah, October 20th, Stuck in Motion.
Stuck in Motion. I just saw, is the first video coming out with Larry June?
Yeah, it just dropped.
Just dropped? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Larry June, man.
Yeah, shout out, bro, man.
Yeah. I do feel like you have been like such a powerhouse in hip-hop for so long, especially when it comes to just like doing it the Texas way, independent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it feels like the last like 2 or 3 years, you finally, for whatever reason, just started to kind of get your flowers. And I think I just saw you on Joe Rogan. So if someone's on Joe Rogan, it's the biggest platform in the world.
Shout out Joe, that's my brother, man.
But do you feel that? Like, do you feel like finally, like you've always had your respect within hip hop, you've always had your respect within, obviously, the whole South. Trae Day's been just a movie for how many years
15.
now? Over a decade, yeah.
15 years.
But do you feel like recently you finally kind of started to get recognized from like more of the gatekeepers, more of like you had a pretty uphill battle, you know, especially coming out of where you're from.
And I'm still having that battle, but I think God just he opened in the lane for me. But I think he's doing it at his pace. So how big I'm gonna get, I haven't got there yet, but I'm on the uphill climb still right now. And he's doing different things to let me know that it's not a point of giving up. It's not an option. Just
it's like little things happen that keep you going. Like, you know what? I'm on the right mission. Like, I got to keep going.
Yeah, definitely, man. And, it's just all kind of crazy things happening left and right in a good way. You know? So I'm grateful, man.
How did you end up on the Rogan podcast? Like who connected that? He's had Jay Prince on. He's had Willie D on. Obviously he's a hip hop guy. He's also,
Joe's, that's family. That's like my brother. But I'm tied in with the UFC.
Okay.
So Dana's me and Dana White real close, and just the whole staff.
Oh, you guys talked about that too. Like what's the big fighter? I'm not a big UFC
guy.
My
but you
brother,
guys talked about the Beast.
Yeah, you guys had him. As like a mutual friend,
the Beast. Dustin Poirier. Kevin Holland, man, it's so many of them I'm tied into. But I have an actual license deal with UFC because we have UFC Bumpboxxes.
You got everything Bumpboxxes. People win the Super Bowl, they got a Bumpboxx. Debo Samuel's running around with a Bumpboxx. Everybody's got. Listen, if people don't understand, I'm not being paid to say this, not because you're here. I tell this to people all of the time. Do not waste your fucking money on any of these $300, $400, $500 bullshit Bluetooth speakers. The Bumpboxx is crazy. It is crazy.
And we just released a new version, which is the remix that looked like the cassette tape.
Yeah, you just showed me. It looks crazy. I think the one I have is called a Flare 8.
Yeah. We still got all those.
Big.
We got so many different ones. We did the deal with the Gronkowskis, so we got shaker cups that got the speakers on them now too.
Like a cup?
Yeah, the shaker cups. Yeah, like
so
the
like
workout.
You work out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our headphones coming. You familiar with what a cornhole is?
Yeah, cornhole.
Yeah. So any cornhole that has a speaker on it, we own the rights to it. So we have the new cornhole Bumpboxxes. So.
One of my best friends, one of his best friends is the guy from SWAT. The beautiful bald-headed man. What's his name? You know his name. Shamar Moore.
Yeah.
And he's a part of the Cornhole League.
Oh, yeah? I'm going to have to find him.
You know who Shamar Moore is?
Yeah, we don't know each other, but I'll find him and make sure we get him some stuff.
No, so he has like in his backyard, ESPN Ocho or whatever ESPN number will broadcast the cornhole competition, but it's ESPN. Yeah. He has a whole like real cornhole like arena in his backyard.
You know somebody who know him?
Yeah.
So put me with him.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime him right now.
Yeah, I'll show you how it works.
Yeah. Cornhole shit is booming right now. You need to get a hold of... You know what else is popping right now that everybody's doing, and I don't know why, but have you heard of pickleball?
No.
Pickleball is like the new fucking overweight dudes who like don't want to work out because they're like, yo, it's fun, and I burn calories, but it's not like, running in place. Pickleball.
What is that?
I just know there's a paddle, and I know that there's a rapper who owns a team.
Smaller version of tennis.
Yeah.
Katie is a part owner of the team in New York. There's a pickleball league that just started, and Kevin Durant, I think, is one of the owners. No, he is one of the owners of the.
Oh yeah, shout out my bro Katie.
Yeah, you got to get locked in.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, you always hear about the Joe Rogan spike. You go on the show. Do you see spikes in analytics? Followers, music goes up, everything goes up, or is
I haven't even. I ain't really paid attention because I've been moving nonstop.
Yeah, you've been moving nonstop.
Yeah,
you're in album mode.
But what I will say is, different people who ain't necessarily familiar with my music and other stuff, when they see me, they're like, "Man, I just seen you on Joe Rogan podcast."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's definitely a blessing. But I know one time Joe posted the Bumpboxx, and I know that day alone was some
crazy numbers sold.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That shit's dope. Congrats on. Has anybody tried to come and buy you guys out yet? Like a bigger company?
They have, but we worth so much now. It's like,
why would you do it?
Yeah.
Like if
we do, it's gonna have to make sense. Like
it's gonna have to be like Apple or something crazy. Like,
it'd have to be something crazy, and I would still be tied into it.
Yeah, you guys,
because we built that from.
Yeah, you guys have sweat equity, but you also have like personal equity into the company.
Yeah.
Do you guys still have the store in Riverside? There was that. You guys had a flagship store.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because we had the one in Houston in the Galleria, but it got to the point we don't even need the stores. Like it's
just online.
So crazy,
Why have the brick and mortar if you don't need it?
Yeah. But it was dope to do.
Yeah.
Just to be able to do that, and but right now it's going. Like if you look in the Barbie movie, we in there.
Yeah, so I saw that.
Yeah, so we're a little bit of everywhere, man.
Did you think, like, obviously you believed in Bumpboxx, but it's crazy because it's true. Like, I remember I used to always just associate Bumpboxx with you because that's how I found out about it, right?
Yeah.
But it's transcended it, and it's so, like you said, it's in the biggest movie ever.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever have any idea it would get this big?
Honestly, no. It's still excitement there that we're growing. Like when we had the headphones, the Waves that came out, and now we got the in-ear headphones that's about to drop too.
Whatever headphone company you were involved with, I still have those headphones.
Yeah, that was with us.
Oh, that was them. Okay, I still have those.
But now we got the in-ear ones.
Okay.
And they
Bluetooth,
crazy.
wireless.
Yeah, everything, man.
Oh yeah, you guys are lit.
We're gonna crush it
for sure.
We got something called a slapstick too, and like you can put it on anything metal, it'll stick to it, and it's a Bluetooth radio, loud as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like we got
so it's almost like a
coming.
magnet. You can just slap it places. Like if you're in if you're in a shop, if you're working on cars.
Yep, shower, gym, anything. Yeah,
anything metal.
Yeah,
it's waterproof.
I would say for the most part, yeah.
It's waterproof enough.
Yeah, for sure.
That's sick. Who all do you got on this new album?
I really didn't do features, man. I have First Class with Larry June. I have First Class with Larry June. I have Swear I'm with T.I. and my nephew Nico. But other than that, it's just strictly me. Man, I hate to do this because my daughter calling. Yeah.
Do you think, man?
Hey, Truth, I'm doing an interview right now. What's wrong, baby? Okay, soon as I get done, I'm going to come get you, okay? You heard me? All right, love you.
I know you got. Is that your daughter that lives out here?
Yeah. She just moved. She in Vegas now, but yeah.
She's saving tax money.
She here. Actually, she here now. I just flew her here because
I was gonna say you don't have to worry about that in Texas, though.
Yeah.
No state. Texas.
She a Texas baby. She was born now.
T.I., you said Larry June.
T.I., yeah, my nephew Nico. Other than that, it's strictly me. I wanted this tape. This tape is just kind of like the re-intro to me because you got to realize for years I ain't really been able to just put out consistent music or an album because you may have somebody getting killed by police or you may have a natural disaster, and when it come to that, I'm focused on the people. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
so I wasn't able. So this is the first one to kind of get me back in the okay. He's still on it. You know what I'm saying? Because now when I'm moving around, I got so many relationships, people overly excited. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And also, a lot of people are there's a whole new wave of people who don't really associate you with being a rapper.
right.
They look at you as a businessman. They look at you as somebody who gives back, who's helping people during the hurricane. Somebody who's, just tied in so many different ways culturally that it's like, hey, also I do this at a high level.
Right. So now, this album, I wanted it to be just more me, just a good vibe, nothing crazy, just straight good vibe music that people can relate to from all walks of life, all genres, all age brackets. And after that, then I'm gonna come in and start putting pressure on them.
I want to know how, because right now, two of the most hottest rappers, period, are from your region, D-Baby and That Mexican OT.
Yeah, both of them doing their thing.
Both of them are doing their thing. I was going to say, how much are you kind of paying attention to like what they're doing? Because, OT just sold out a show in L.A. He just finished his first headliner tour, and
yeah.
These guys are doing some big things.
I'm definitely familiar with them, man. I always embrace people early before the stuff start really jumping off. So it was always love, man. And, I'm one of the people, man, I salute, congratulate, just really I stand behind just our city anyway.
Right.
Especially, I love watching some of the younger generation go to do their thing, you know what I'm saying, and have their shot. Because everybody had their shot. There's no point of watching certain people hog it. Like, let it blossom for the next. So it's them, I'm going to be introducing the world to the Rejects, which is a bunch of street cats from the city that have their own fan base that make authentic music that I feel need to be showed to the world and displayed. So the Rejects coming. And of course, that's me. You have Big Tony, Cal Wayne, Ski Taste, Jack Boy, 30 Ways, Laredo Savage, Millie Bucks, Fast Money. Trying not to forget anybody. My mind be so all over, man. But definitely gotta check for all of them. That tape gonna be something, because I'm
about to say that
sounds
like a massive, like that sounds like more like a collective, like the Wu-Tang Clan kind of.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting, man. Their first single gonna come out called Detention, and it may release real soon. You know what I'm saying? They already got the visual shot for that. We just Jack Boy. We working, man. Everybody doing their thing.
Yeah, I think it's refreshing too, because I do feel like no matter, like, we always think of like the peak H-Town kind of like, 05, 03, 04, Mike Jones, Paul Walsh, Swisher House, Slim Thug, yourself.
Yeah.
What I like about the new shit I'm hearing is it sounds very Texas. And obviously Travis has put out a lot of records that sound very Texas and paid a lot of homage to H-Town. But I feel like it's just dope to kind of see like these dudes making like unapologetic Texas music, and it work on like a big level too.
So the reason it works, right? Texas support is Texas support. You never even really got to leave Texas to
right,
make
because it's
right.
If anyone's ever driven through Texas, it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
It never ends.
Yeah. So you got that, and when you have that and a foundation built around it, it trickles into other markets, and they try and feel like, oh, well, what's that? What's that child jam?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get on it. Then they go put their people on it. So it works, man. There's nothing wrong with staying true to your roots, So a lot of times people try and do other stuff to get in or fit in, and it's like, if you had just held up a little longer, your time would have came, because people going to get to your way. Because everybody have their wave. It never fails. Think about it. Every market have their time.
I look at a guy like, even like, shout out to like a guy like Peso and those guys like Sauce Waka. I feel like his wave is like finally kind of connecting on like a really big level, and he's been kind of in independently, like
Yeah.
handling business for so long, and it feels like he had the BET thing last year, like, and it's like like finally there's like a national spotlight on what he's been doing for so long. So I feel like Texas, H-Town in general, even Dallas is going crazy. Big X the Plug is incredible.
Yeah.
So it's just dope to see Texas have like another just new wave.
It's naturally, man, from Houston to Dallas, it's just naturally hustlers, you know. We definitely had a hustler's mentality. We come from where we used to slang stuff out the trunk on the regular, you know, and also with the hustler mentality is we're not necessarily taking no for an answer. We're going to find a way to get in and fit in however we can. And when I say we, I'm speaking just for the Texas culture in general.
For sure.
So, when you stay consistent and you do things like that, it's definitely going to hit people's radars. And then when they hit their radars, you know, you take it and you magnify it and grow it and blow it up.
I always wondered, you've done so much for your city. I feel like when people think of your city, you're synonymous with it at this point. You're a community leader at this point. Did you ever get unbanned from the box in Houston?
So it's crazy you say in Houston, bro. I've been banned. I was never just banned in Houston.
It was Radio 1.
Yeah, worldwide, still that way.
So Radio 1, the company, there's still the Trae the Truth ban.
Yeah.
Wow.
But bro,
was there ever has there been any sort? I mean, look, that was like, what, over 10 years ago, right? Like, that was so long ago. It might have been longer than
14 years.
Yeah, it's been so long. Like, you would think people grow,
I definitely grown. I mean, I haven't thought about them. I don't speak on them. I just keep it moving. You know, I found my lane and it works.
Yeah.
And, you know,
you're also not an artist that necessarily needs radio to be successful. Like,
right. You know, and that's another reason when I take time to salute a lot of the younger artists coming up. They created ways where radio isn't necessarily even needed anymore for you to chart or for you to tour or for you to
monetize,
you know what I'm saying?
Support your family.
Right. So I've definitely, it's a blessing. I've seen a lot of people come and go, and I'm still here.
Yes, you
and
are.
Then when you think when I actually did have radio, I wasn't nowhere near as big as I am now.
That's
so
some real shit. That's some real shit.
Yeah.
That's true. Yo, do you ever look back at, like, I was just talking with my boy Amir about kind of like the peak Grand Hustle days. Shout out to Dro and obviously yourself, and B.O.B. was in the mix, and Iggy Azalea was in the mix.
Travis, everybody.
Travis was in the mix. It was just such a crazy, like,
RP, Rara, you know, Tokyo. It's a lot of us in there.
Just a crazy movement. I mean, before he got, aired out, I mean, I love the Alpha Mega dude. He had such a crazy voice. But do you ever look back at those days and just like be like, damn, like that was like a moment. It feels like sometimes we live and we're a part of history, but we don't know that we're living in it at the time.
Right. And it probably, actually, if you was actually in it, you still would never see it the way that the outside see it.
Like the way the world saw it.
Right. Like, for instance, me, right? Past the music. Like, when I come around, whether it be the music or just for me being on front line of helping people be amazed. To me, I'm normal as can be. It's just the normal me. So I don't really realize what I am to people. You know what I'm saying? And even when you speak of the hustle game on me, it was, you had everybody talking about hustling. Everybody, when hustle gang clothes, hustle gang everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where I think because we were living in it, it's kind of hard to see what everybody else saw.
Yeah.
But we definitely appreciate it because, shit, that was at that time, that everything people was doing was the hustle gang.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
I think back to like was it the BET Awards when like Drama was DJing and just everybody, it was just a moment for sure, man. A moment. That's what I was also talking about it with Drama. I was like, bro, how crazy was that?
Yeah. Shout out to them. They're working on a PSC album right now.
Really? Pimp Squad Click?
Yeah, they back. I just left from out there. Me and T.I. just shot the video to the record Swear, and I was out there for his movie premiere. Make sure everybody go check out the movie Departments. That's something dope with a bunch of comedians.
I would say I love to see T.I. like pivot and try to just do whatever. Like he's just doing what he wants at this point. Like if you're a legend, you could just do what you want. And I
don't even think it's that we do what we want. The thing, we just enjoying life.
But that's what I was gonna say. Like to me, he's doing the comedy shit the right way. Yeah. Like he's like going to open mics. He's getting on the mic. He's I feel like comedy and hip hop, there's parallels. Like, you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like he's doing it the right way.
Yeah, that movie, the movie came out, The Apartments, is like, what was the movie with a bunch of comedians back in the day? Was that Car Wash?
There was a lot of those movies.
Well, I'm saying what a bunch of big comedians just.
I don't know about Car Wash. I remember The Wash with Snoop and Dr. Dre, and neither.
Yeah, I was talking about even way back then with Richard Pryor type.
Yeah, I was born in '87, so.
Well, yeah, so yeah, it's definitely one of the ones that's gonna count.
Just a bunch of comedians.
This and that, yeah, and it's dope. Even though it's Son King in there too, but I think we at a point in life, man. We just like that's the reason why I did this album, man. We just living. Like, what's the point of waking up angry every day or stressed or running to the same walls, man? We just gotta live and enjoy life. Like my movie coming out, it's a comedy too.
Oh, you got a movie coming?
Yeah, it should drop any day on Tubi. It's called Soul.
How's the Tubi game? Because I swear to God, my favorite thing to do is just search up Tubi on Twitter and just watch clips.
Yeah, so it's two parts. Look, it's two parts of it, right? You do have the bootleg movies,
but they're great though.
Yeah, but some of that should be just funny. It's just
hilarious.
Watch it.
Yeah, I was telling him, I was like, bro, we got the cameras. Like, we should shoot like a white trash Tubi movie.
It definitely would go. But the other thing people don't realize, shit, Tubi be having better movies than Netflix and the other shit. They be having real.
No, they have like
movies.
Official shit. Yeah,
a lot of official.
Tubi's
You know
great.
what I'm saying? Yeah, so. That's the thing people should definitely go. Because, the first thing they do is, like what you did, they'll go look at Twitter. They're like, man, I'm never downloading Tubi. And
Well, people who don't know, Tubi's free.
Yeah.
So if you have a smart TV, you're just in the game. You know what I mean?
And then, I have partners like Murder Pain, Chris, and a lot of them, I believe T. Moolah. A lot of them, they took Tubi to another level because we didn't get familiar with Tubi till we started watching the show McGraw or 211 or what was the other one? Love. I don't know. It's a lot of them they got right now.
Yeah, Tubi's special.
Oh, Plug Love, yeah.
And I heard that like they're really good. Like they pay well if you're.
Yeah. You can. I learned about Tubi. They said it was a man who shot a whole video on the iPhone.
Oh, I've seen
it up.
I bet.
When I say ran up a bag, ran it up.
What are we doing? Let's shoot a movie. Come on.
Yeah.
You mentioned T.I. You guys, the guy who does these pranks where he says,
shout out White Dog Mike, man.
Now, I've been following.
We built, me and him building. We built the relationship off this. So
I've been following this guy for a long time, and I think he's funny, and because he does other stuff besides just that. And by the way, he does look really white.
Yeah, but if people don't know he's not.
That's what I'm saying. I know he's not, but he looks really like. Even if somebody took it the wrong way and he tried to explain, like, no, this is what my parents look like. I don't know if he can get that far. So that prank was real. Like your guys' reaction was like real. It wasn't. It looked a little set up, if I'm being honest.
What I will be honest with you is. It's way more that happened that day before y'all got to see what y'all see. Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
But
you would be. I would just say that you would be like top 5 guy I wouldn't prank.
I put it like this: it was a lot interesting that day, and that was realized that day.
Yeah.
So we just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Dolomite, he good people though, man, and I, just.
I'm just see because we've been seeing some of these pranksters. Like I don't know if you saw a couple of weeks ago, some dude got shot at the mall. It's all on. Yeah, it's like you gotta be careful, man. People ain't playing around these days.
Because like the worst thing I could tell you now, the worst thing with me would be if I'm with my kids, it ain't nothing nobody gonna be able to tell me.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like so. But I also gave him game too. Like I told him, hey man, like this ain't the. Always going viral ain't good.
And this isn't like a sustainable, scalable way to do it. Like do it and have an audience, and then start doing skits, or then make a Tubi movie, or just start acting. I think Drewski's done like such an incredible job of like.
And his ass is funny with the shit that he. I don't know how he wakes up with the thought process.
Bro, because
but
he has the most
specific
like scenarioed videos that you just relate to and you never.
Yeah, I'm saying like,
and you're just like, bro, like the one with where he was playing the girls, like who are security guards at the front desk, and he's like chewing gum and like on the phone.
yeah.
Dog.
Drewski, my homie too, man.
He's great.
Yeah.
But he's like built he's got a sports agency. Like it's really crazy. It is.
Drewski, I just did. I did a skit that just came out with me and Jack Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely should check Jack Funny out, man. 313, he's super dope. But you know, if you really pay attention, I've been in that world with a lot of comedians already. So I've been doing skits since Vine days.
Vine was lit before it was TikTok.
Yeah.
Did you go to the Comedy Mothership in Austin? That's Joe Rogan's club. His comedy club.
No.
There's some dope comedians out of Texas right now. Ralph Barbosa, have you heard of him?
Yeah, I just met him.
He's fucking hilarious.
Another one live in Texas. Is it Matt Rife?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
funny.
Texas too. Yeah.
He's lit.
Yeah. I think the last time I was in Austin for comedy was with Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that's.
So yeah.
So I went to Comedy Store once in Hollywood. I go to Comedy Store a lot, but I went one time, and it was one of the times where they were like, "Hey, everyone needs to check their phone because Chappelle's about to practice all his shit tonight." With you had no idea. So you like pay for like a $25 ticket to just see, whoever they put on stage, and Dave Chappelle comes out, lights up a cigarette. He did like 2 hours.
Yeah, he always, he usually ends Trae Day for me with the comedy show.
It's amazing.
So yeah, that's my brother for real, man. And
also,
it's big for him that like he uplift me like no other. Like he be proud like a big brother for just the stuff that I do too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stuff like that give you energy to keep going.
I think like what he does is so inspiring because he's like the person who walked away from the biggest show, like the biggest sketch comedy television show ever. I think he had $30 million on the table, and he's like, "Nah, this don't feel right."
Yeah, one
and
thing
then he got
know,
it right back.
He stands for what he stands for,
and he just does what he wants. Like if it don't feel good, he ain't gonna fuck with it. You know what I mean?
He definitely stands
more people
for what
should
he
move
stands.
that way.
Yeah, he's authentic.
Like money ain't everything. You know what I'm saying?
You know, in this day and age, for some people it is. For people like us, it's not worth jeopardizing your principles, your morals, and your legacy. You know, because right now, for people like myself, legacy is important. The stuff that I do in a community fighting, that's all part of my legacy, my story. My kids will be able to be proud of who their pops was,
Right. No, for sure. It's crazy, too, because your legacy is, like, cemented at this point, and you've kind of gone from, like, being, like, a guy, if you really weren't a Houston or Texas hip-hop fan, you just knew about Trae because it was, like, the guy in Tech who runs Houston. It's like the guy you don't want to fuck with in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, like, fast forward 15 years, you're, like, very much a community leader. You're very much, like, when you think of, like, when I think of what you and Mr. Rogers were doing out there.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Rogers.
Just crazy. Just, like, not a lot of people would roll their sleeves up and, like, actually do the work to, like, help their neighbors.
I tell people.
Or also, not just that, by the way. Like, I've seen you post if some sort of situation happens.
So we do a lot to touch on the stuff with Roger. Like, people don't really realize the time.
It's Relief Gang, right?
Yeah, they don't realize the time and everything that we went through and dealt with, from health to family to just, we dealt with a lot trying to do what we could do for everybody, And that's the part that's always gonna be implanted in both me and him. But, to the rest of the world, they don't really understand. They only see what we show them. That was only 20% of what we do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta think,
because you're not doing it for the wrong reasons.
We only doing it when we show it. We show for awareness because it gives people more help, and it also plants seed to show people that they can do things to help people. Like everybody think you got to be millionaires to help people, and that ain't the case. Sometimes it don't even take money. It may take the time of just the ear, and like nobody's seeing us sleeping in cars, not being able to eat for days or just different stuff. Like, it's a lot that came with that, man. But we dedicated to it. And even to this day, something happened, I'm one of the ones that's going front.
Well, I was going to say, can you give us like a random example? Because like I've seen it a bunch. Like if there's a situation where something bad happens to somebody, or there's an unfortunate thing, like you'll pull together your resources, you'll post about it. Can you give me a situation in which you just helped somebody? That because I think some people who don't really necessarily follow you, they know about what you guys did in the hurricane, but you guys do stuff all the time for people.
Oh man, it's too much to name.
Yo, we got to stop the interview again and tell you about our folks at Odd Socks, baby. That's right. Shout out to Odd Socks, man, the most comfortable socks in the world. They've been riding with us since day one. And let me tell you something, man. Christmas time is really sneaking up. Oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code Bootleg. Save 20% off at checkout. They got the crazy licenses. Check out these Naruto socks. Fucking fire. Little SpongeBob socks. You know what I'm saying? How about this? How about the How High movie socks? They got the WWE. They got the motherfucking Cheeto socks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the motherfucking Cheeto socks. They just dropped their Monopoly line, too. I'm waiting for them to send them to me. Ahmad, send me the Monopoly shit, buddy. All right? Also, the Odd Socks Basics. These are my favorites. They're just normal, just, the most comfortable socks you've ever put on your feet is really what they are. Get them black, white, red, fucking tie-dye, whatever you're into. And they got the underwear, baby. Little Reese's Boys. Let's go. Oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code Bootleg. They got South Park underwear, too. All the licenses, WWE, Scarface, Breaking Bad, South Park, Power Rangers, Monopoly, Coca-Cola. They got it all. Use that promo code Bootleg and save 20% off at checkout. Also, want to give a shout-out to our sponsor. Much love to our good folks at Blue Chew. That's right. We talk about it all the time on the podcast. When you go to bluechew.com right now, you can get your first month for free. A lot of people ask, well, what is Blue Chew and does it work? Well, Blue Chew, it has the same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis. The only difference is you don't have to go to the doctor. It's all online. You go to bluechew.com, you get your shit handled over there, and then they get you handled by sending you a month for free when you use the promo code Bootleg. BlueChew.com, promo code Bootleg. Try out Blue Chew. It'll have your dick harder than it's ever been. It's like trigonometry in high school, real hard. If you're dealing with any sort of erectile dysfunction, Blue Chew will have you right. Like I said, same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis, minus the awkward doctor's appointment. Everything's online. And if you're asking, well, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Try it out for free for a month. They'll send you a month's supply for free right to your doorstep in discreet packaging. Blue chewable form. It's a little chewable, man. You take that thing down and then you go to Pound Town. Take your shorty to Pound Town, goddammit. BlueChew.com. Use that promo code Bootleg. Try it for free for a month. Let's get back to the interview.
They talked to me earlier about Miss Martha, which was the 77-year-old lady they took to jail. The lady they took to jail for $77. She was like 80-something years old.
Yep.
I got there for her. Started working to rebuild the house. Raised her like 40,000, 50,000. Done a lot of different stuff for her. You got that. The man that they showed me, they was trying to take his land in Texas. Elder man went out there, spoke up for him. RIP to the homie Canal. I don't know if you see the dude who he had less than a few days to live. He was on hospice. And
I just saw him recently. He passed away.
Yeah,
right?
I was one of his.
The Mexican dude, right?
Yeah, no, he's Indian.
Oh, okay.
But
I saw all the food community pages posting him, and he just passed away maybe 2 days ago.
Right. So when they reached out, I was one of his favorite rappers. I believe his page. We just give it 8,000 to 10,000 followers, and within them. His biggest thing that he wanted was to be able to get to the people and motivate them, to show people, even with him knowing his time was coming, still be grateful. And,
the video that really was crazy to see was I think it was a video he posted it the day before he passed or 2 days before he passed, and he was barely hanging on, but he was still very
yeah. And for me to take him from to 8,000 or 10,000 people being able to see who he is to almost 200,000 in a matter of a couple of days.
He helped spread his message.
Man, spread his message like no other. You had people, shout out to The Rock, you had people, everybody from all across the world reaching out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many different things that I do. You know, you had the you had the recent hurricanes in the Mississippi. You know, I'm out there front line with that. It's just it's so much different stuff that we do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Then you know we still fighting for Breonna Taylor. We still want justice for that. Special fuck you to Daniel Cameron, and you know we still gonna keep it going.
Yeah, it's crazy too because if you think about like, you know, some of the activism that came out of the pandemic, you know, it felt at a certain point in time like it was just trendy.
For some people, but you gotta.
But let me finish my thought. What I was gonna say was, and then you'll see people like Corday, you'll see people like my son, people like you, like, and it's like, yo, this is not just because it's popular to post a black square on Instagram or it's popular to spread awareness because we're stuck in the house.
So the thing with that is people don't really understand. Again, they only know what they see. They don't know our lives are at risk every day. I don't know if you know me, my son,
you guys got arrested,
Tamika.
right?
We moved, yeah. I'm gonna get to that too.
Yeah.
We moved to Kentucky. We were living there.
Wow.
So imagine being followed by helicopters. You getting random unmarked cars following, being shot at, whether it may be tear gas, different stuff. You know, we've been through a lot, man. Yeah, I'm talking about anything, when anything can go. The same man, Daniel Cameron, just for us showing up to his house, had us arrested, tried to give us felonies. But you can't do nothing to the officers that cold-blooded killed Breonna Taylor.
Crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But I tell people when it comes to stuff like that, anytime we leave out the house, shit, it's not guaranteed we coming back. That shit just as serious as the street life when you're dealing with going against crooked officers.
The cops are the biggest gang in the and they really. What's crazy is police literally move like a gang.
Yeah, but what I will say, I'm a realistic person. I'm not gonna pin it on all of them because even times when we were arrested and stuff like that, you have officers pull us aside like, man, I respect what y'all doing. I hate it got to be this way.
Yeah, I would say this. Like, obviously, most cops are good, but I just mean in terms of like the culture of police. There's unwritten laws that they follow. It is very. You know,
it's so crazy. It'd be funny, right? Like when people talk about the streets and the industry snitching, right? Mm-hmm. Officers feel the same way if you go tell on them.
That's what I was going to say. The same way. Like if a cop snitches on another cop, that cop's life is hell.
Yeah, you outcast. Yep. Yeah, so it's definitely the same shit.
It is definitely the same shit. It is crazy. I wonder, I have you had any sort of like, because you feel like the type of person who could run for office and win.
Never. I don't do politics.
Have you ever met with like, I've seen Killer Mike meet with the governor of Georgia, who I know is more of a conservative guy. Have you ever tried to meet with the...
It's nothing you really can do coming through Texas and not know who I am. So I came across just about anybody.
Yeah.
It's been times, rather than even say their names, there's been times some of the people at the top of the ladder have reached out to talk or to try and come move through the town. And want me to pull up, and I just won't. I just stand on principles, you know.
Right.
If it's something I believe in, cool. If not, no. Now, what I do now is I try and give people the knowledge. Like I gave a lot of people to know you can actually be in jail and vote. You know what I'm saying? Like it was different things that could be done. And then a lot of people, you know, their mentality was like, what I need to vote for, my vote don't count. But when I start helping them to understand, matters if you feel it count or not. The way we win is to get the right people in office. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Because if we ain't voting, we letting the people who gonna fuck us over at all times sit in office, and whether they run up money on us,
and like
they
Texas,
do
for whatever reason, Texas has gotten a lot closer in terms of it's. I know it's a conservative state, but it also is like a state that I feel like a lot of people are willing to look at other ideas, if you will. You go to a place like Austin. Austin is like a blue city in a red state. You know what I'm saying? Like Austin kind of feels like it's its own like. It's its own Austin, like it's like you go into a whole other place when you're there.
Man, Austin is always that's always been a lot of any of us from Houston. That's always been music wise one of our biggest fan bases.
Love Austin. Shout out to the Yellow Rose, great establishment.
As far as the industry itself, it's a dope place because they love music. I look at Austin as when you go to a lot of these festivals and different stuff, just certain people walking around barefooted, just smoking hippie life. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they got the streets. I got family out there. I know that, but it's just a good vibe city.
For sure, man. How much? Like, obviously, the album comes out on the 20th, right?
Yeah.
Next Friday. How are you like gonna stay like pretty active with music, or are you kind of gonna put this out, let it live, and then see how you feel?
As of now, I'm going to stay active until I'm needed.
There's the Rejects.
Yeah, the Reject. Yeah, Reject's gonna come too. And then after this, I'm gonna start. I got over 2,000 unreleased records. I'm gonna start letting records out. I'm gonna start letting the Wow Factor records out. You see what I'm saying? Because one thing people don't realize in the industry, I probably have the most powerful relationships there is. You can't find nobody who's been featured more or has more features than me. The closest would be 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I'm pretty sure anybody tell you my relationships is something way different, man. So I think I'm gonna get to a point where I just start releasing a bunch of crazy records for the fun of it.
Yeah, because why sit on them, man?
I'm sitting on 2,000 records plus, so I've been sitting on them a long time.
That's crazy.
But I don't really. I do it just for my own personal.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my people say it's selfish, but just do it for my own personal.
Is it like therapy?
Like
when you go to the studio, it's
definitely
therapeutic.
That's my go-to. I don't smoke or drink. That's my go-to. But not only would it be in my go-to, it's like when it come times where situations go on, I have to be there for the people or focus on myself, and I always
pick the people.
You know what I'm saying? I always pick the people, so I never really get the fair shot. This is the first time nothing's really fully interrupted me from trying to push or put an album out. So I'm just living it while I can till next shit hit, and I gotta get back to it.
Yo, is Texas open carry?
Yeah.
Do you, because, like we're in California where they make it extremely difficult to like protect yourself. And, there's good things and bad things about that. Obviously, there's a terrible school shooting that happened in Texas, in Uvalde.
Yeah. I was there. That's to see that, I'm frontline for all that.
That was a heartbreaking situation.
Yeah. May they rest in peace, man.
I am like typically a liberal guy, but I do feel like our country's moved so past like ever changing the gun culture. This is just who we are. Like, we are the United States. Like, I think that there should be like obvious background checks, like very common sense things. But I just wonder for you, like, do you feel like in Texas certain shit doesn't happen as often because people think twice about?
So it's the gift and the curse,
something.
right? It's the gift and the curse. People think twice. One, because shit, the person you thinking of going may have exactly what you have, so you're not really trying to
right
feel that. You know what I'm saying? You have that, but then it's like the curse is, damn, you empower some of the goofies that just do stupid shit that don't stand on principle or nothing, and been in accidentally hurt a child or something else. So it's the gift and the curse with it, man.
Which is like it's almost like here, like the gift and the curse of California is like, there's not as much like, I guess. It's not as easy to just go to a Walmart and buy an AR-15 and go shoot up your workplace or a school. It's very hard to do that. The curse is you might get ran up on, and it's really like it's active. I'm sure you've seen the smash and grabs, and people in the Bay get bipped every fucking day. Like it's wild. Like,
yeah.
So it's kind of like you got to pick your poison a little bit, and it's unfortunate. Yeah. But this is America, because you ain't never gonna get rid of the guns.
Nah.
No matter what, there's too many of them. Too much big business.
No, man, but believe it or not, you have to. I've learned to adapt to my environment. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that really, really got to me. Right, I was one day, because like my son Houston, he's 13. I exposed him to the game.
Yeah,
like he's gonna have both smarts. He can be a square and a street kid at the same time, just so he'll know what to do, what not to do. And if I expose it to him, no child can come key him up and excite him to go do no crash dummy shit because his pops had already showed him.
Yep.
So I was like, man, you know what? Fuck it, let's just go to the gun range, right? But in my mind, it's like, damn, I don't want people sitting here whining because he's young. Man, I went in there, it was kids 7 or 8 years old all the way up. This place super packed.
Yeah.
But my point of saying that is people are already preparing to,
and they're already
be situated.
adapting to their environment. And,
Yes.
and you never know. I mean, shit's getting...
It can get real.
And the world is getting real right now
Yeah, it
in
can.
general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I Twisted does a good job in Chicago. He has classes.
So it's crazy. I told him he gonna have to come. I told him we ended up doing Trae Day, so we didn't get around to it. Then I just had my listening party in Chicago. He came out. Shout out to him, Raul. But yeah, I told him he gonna have to train me to make sure I can be a sharpshooter. I'm gonna take some time.
Yeah, he's
with him.
really good at he's training people how to properly own a weapon, how to like you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's something that I think in the black community isn't taught. You know what I'm saying?
You got to realize, man, shit, from where we come from back in the gap, we used to think to hold a gun sideways. That nigga, you not hitting none of the right. We used to think it was goofy for people to be like that, but shit, no,
right.
that's how you gotta have your aim. Yeah. So yeah.
And a lot of people's lives probably got saved because it was held the wrong way. To be fair,
that too. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, it's crazy because so I was in Vegas. I got to hang out with James Hardin. Your guys' new coach was there, Ime Udoka, who I'm sure. Just shout out to him, man. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. You know what I mean? Hardin is there was rumors of him coming back to Houston.
I hope so.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But James Hardin is about as Houston as you can get.
Yeah, he's there all the time. That's my brother. His weekend just passed. And even with a lot of stuff I do in the community, he jumped side by side with me. Him. His whole team,
super solid dude.
His whole foundation, all the way from Pilar to everybody, they all hands on, man. So dope, and it's his club there, a lot of his businesses there.
When I always wonder, I saw the kid Thompson who got drafted by you guys this year. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he even knows who you are because he's a literal child. I think he's from the Bay.
Mostly,
I wonder, if I got drafted to the Rockets, the first thing I would do is DM Trae. I'd be like, hey, man.
They don't even necessarily have to, right? Because my relationship's so strong with the Rockets and the Astros and stuff like that. I literally pull up.
Did you guys advance to the next round?
Astros?
Yeah.
Of course.
Final Four. Yeah. My Diamondbacks are in there.
Right now we finna play Texas.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like a civil war.
Yeah. But
Dallas versus Houston.
Yeah, man, Astros to the end, man. Even though
cheated.
They went through their phase of people hating on the low, but at the end of the day, they came back and showed it was pure greatness.
Was it hard for people from Houston to adopt the Texans as their team?
I mean, what you mean?
I just feel like, anytime there's an expansion team, even here, right? The Chargers are LA. No one gives a fuck about the Chargers in LA. They just don't care, right? The Oilers left. Then there's the Cowboys who are just everyone's team, Are you a Texans or a Cowboys guy?
Man, I've always been, I rep my city. Whatever.
So you were an Oilers guy.
Definitely was an Oilers guy.
Shout out to Warren Moon, Eddie George.
It's crazy. My father, diehard Cowboys fan.
Of course he is.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, myself, I rep the H to the fullest. But see, if it's either Houston or Texas, so anything coming out of that, I'm always gonna stand by.
Have you met CJ Stroud yet?
Yeah, I was just with him. I was with him at
Yo, what up, guys? We got to stop the interview to tell you about our folks at MyBookie. It's winning season right now. NFL, we're in the thick of it. I've been doing really good on my NFL bets, by the way. Plus, NBA officially back. We got playoff baseball. It's going crazy, especially if you like to throw down some of that money and do a little gambling. You got to head over to MyBookie. This was dope about MyBookie. It doesn't matter if your team sucks. My team, the Cardinals, they're trash. Don't matter. I'm still winning on Sundays, baby, all right? At MyBookie. All right, you can use MyBookie for your daily odd boosts, same game parlays, and take advantage of the crazy huge prize pool contest. Plus, right now, MyBookie has a no strings attached. That's the important thing. No strings attached cash bonus that lets you Deposit and withdraw quick. That's free cash. No strings attached. Deposit, take it out, and then go about your day. Or get in on some of this NFL and NBA action, baby, all right? Just use the promo code BOOTLEG when you sign up. Go to mybookie.ag, use the promo code BOOTLEG on your first deposit, and you'll receive up to $200 in cash. What are we talking about? No strings attached. What? MyBookie, use the promo code BOOTLEG, all right? Maybe you want to gamble on some NFL. Maybe you want to get in on some of this early NBA action. Maybe you want to get in on some of this playoff baseball. It's really on you. Use the promo code BOOTLEG and receive up to $200 in cash. That's right. Try MyBookie right now. Use that promo code BOOTLEG, and you can grab, how about this, man? There's some crazy odds going on. And I like this one because what you can do is you can throw down on a potential Super Bowl front runner and plus 38,000 on the Eagles and Chiefs on the Super Bowl, plus 38,000. If you put $100, you win $38,000. You're not going to get those odds anywhere. MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code BOOTLEG right now. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. Only with MyBookie. Plus, we got to give a big shout out to our family at King Palm. Man, we love King Palm over here on the Bootleg Kev podcast. This is what's great about King Palm. First of all, it's all about that organic, no tobacco leaf. This thing right here is a boy. Look at that. Sure. That's just a leaf right there. King Palm, they got everything you need, man. They got these cones with the squeeze and pop, terpenes in them, the flavors. This right here is the dragon fruit. We got the grape HD, the watermelon wave, so many flavors. What's dope about King Palm, if you're in whatever city you're in, you could find King Palm at your local smoke shop, your local 7-Eleven, all right? I'm telling you, King Palm, you're not going to ever experience a more cleaner, more natural, more just great way to smoke what you're smoking, all right? You stuff one of these boys up with some flour, and you're off to the races. I'm telling you, you hit the tip, you get hit with that flavor, and it's nothing like it. The squeeze and pop on King Palm is insane, all right? And they got all size cones, all right? So go to King Palm, man. Organic tobacco-free leaves of all sizes. Like this is look, we're talking about all sizes here. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here, boys? All right, go to kingpalm.com right now. You go order whatever you want, man. They got accessories. They got trays. They got grinders. They got ashtrays. They got all kind of flavors of their leaves. Everything. 50% off when you use the promo code BOOTLEG. That's 50% off. Order whatever you want at kingpalm.com. Let's get back to the interview.
With Snoop and Wiz, and then I was with him.
That man, that young man,
Drake's.
he is balling.
Yeah.
He just broke, he's breaking records.
Yeah.
I don't think he's thrown an interception yet. It's been like 5 games.
Yeah. You know, definitely destined for greatness.
Yeah. Do you ever, because I always like, I own a club now in AZ, and I'm like conflicted because I'm a hardcore Phoenix Suns fan, and some of our biggest customers are Suns. And sometimes they come in on nights that I'm like, as a fan, like, but there's a game tomorrow.
Yeah, like, bro, you need. I get it.
But you guys,
party too hard.
In my opinion, and I always tell this to people, like, obviously, I think Atlanta gets the credit for being the strip club city. I personally think Houston's the best strip club city in the country.
Right now, we definitely.
You guys got the BYOB thing going on.
We the place right now that everybody come to.
Yes.
We is what people look at as the party city right now. Like, if you want to go have a good time,
great food.
Yeah, definitely. I've learned that the culture is definitely,
and a lot of people like
culture,
sneaky live there that people don't know live there.
That too.
I've talked to so many artists that are like, oh, I'm living in Houston.
Yeah,
I'm like, really?
I can tell you a lot of them that. Yeah,
tons of them. Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't say it on here, but yeah.
No, of course. Man, there's like I was talking to BFB the Pac-Man, and he was like, I've been living in Houston. I mean, this is on camera, so I can talk about it. But like, a lot of people love Houston, man.
Yeah.
You get the good Mexican food, not quite as the West Coast, but you get some good Mexican food.
This is the third.
You get barbecue?
This is the third damn time because I was on AD podcast last night,
you get
and I said Texas Mexican food is definitely better than out here.
Nah, you guys got barbecue though.
Have you ate Mexican food in Texas?
So much.
You got to come with us then.
I've gone with.
Give me a restaurant right now. I'm gonna make sure I go to before I leave.
Tex-Mex is cool.
See, we ain't even talking about. We not even gonna call it Tex-Mex.
No. They have like real Mexican spots there, like video spots.
You give me a restaurant here, I'm gonna take my ass there, and we for sure gonna find out.
You know what it is? Is I always say if I rank the best Mexican food, it's San Diego because it's right there. The border's right there.
Okay.
Proximity, of course.
Yeah.
El Paso's got good Mexican food because, of course, proximity.
It's right.
Juarez is right there.
Yeah.
I was just looking at proximity, right? The thing about San Diego is they got all the ill Mexican food and they got the ill mariscos, so you get all the seafood shit, the shrimp cocktail, and then LA's just got the best taco trucks in the game. And then Arizona, then Texas.
Fuck no. Y'all not even gonna do Texas like that. We ain't letting that happen. You need to come to Texas with us then. We gonna go and nip that in the bud.
I'm supposed to. Have you gone hog hunting out there yet?
Yeah. So I did. You know, it's crazy. I took me and my son, and I just didn't post it because you never know.
Because it is a pretty intense video. I've seen the videos of the guys on the helicopters just mowing down pigs.
Oh yeah, no. We got in the trenches with them. It wasn't that. We in the middle of the night in the pitch black.
Did you stab any?
Huh?
Did you?
Nah, I didn't have to do that. I'm finna show you. I just never, I never posted.
So I got invited to go to Texas with OT, and he said, "Baby, we gonna go hog hunting, baby." And he's like, "We're gonna be in the back of a truck with a machine gun, just mowing down pigs." And I'm a huge animal lover. But I don't love them enough not to eat them, obviously.
I wouldn't dare eat no goddamn hog.
Me, I'll eat the swine. The swine is divine.
I mean, I'm not that type of hog. We talking about wild boars. You don't want to eat that.
See, but then I understand why they want you to kill the hogs because they are an invasive species in Texas. For people who don't know, they fuck up crops. They kill pets. They're just not the nicest pigs. But they're also the literal pig that Pumbaa is in The Lion King. So, I'm probably going to end up going and just murdering a bunch of Pumbas in the middle of...
I don't want to look at it like that, but if you ever get caught in the vicinity with one of them, you fuck.
Are they mean?
Are they?
Nice. So maybe
They probably got one of the most vicious bites you going...
You know what? Maybe that is the more dangerous way I'm going to approach this, but it'll make me sleep at night better so I don't feel like a murderer, is I'm going to just get out of the truck and I'm going to wait for them to come at me. And then I'm going to kill them.
Oh, it's not going to be that easy. And they fast as shit. So we out there, we have to use night vision to see them from a distance.
Wow. I've seen the videos. Listen, I've seen the TikToks. It's crazy. That's the next vlog we're doing. We're going to Texas. Oh, wow. That is look at that pig's teeth, bro. Do you stuff that and hang it on the wall at home?
Hell no.
You see, I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to put it on the podcast set. We're going to do the taxidermy.
And you do know they come in packs, so there's
a bunch.
Yeah, that's you in trouble. If you don't know what you're doing or you ain't out there with the right people, you fuck.
What? Yeah, I mean, is it a thing you could inform me? Do people pay to go hunt them?
I don't know. People get paid to go hunt them because...
So we can make money.
Yeah, because that's why... So the people who go up in the helicopters, they definitely get paid. The people who take people out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because they so much of a problem.
Yeah, I've heard that they're really bad for the environment, but they're also like these little furry little.
All right, try and pet one and tell me that.
My friend has a pig.
Yeah, but
not that kind of pig.
Not a boar.
No, he's got a pig like a little.
Pig's dope, but boar.
So not a boar.
Yeah, boar is not to be played with.
That'd be a pretty sick if you ever did.
Actually, you won't even be able to put a boar down with a handgun like that. Not unless
so I had heard. I was talking with OT's pops, and he was saying that sometimes you got to shoot it, and then you got to slice it from behind, which to me sounds like something I'm just not willing to do.
Yeah, I ain't got that close to it.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever stab anything. Yeah. Unless I have to.
Yeah, definitely. If you got to protect your family.
If you have to, you're going to stab somebody.
Yeah, with no hesitation.
But I'm not going to do it like...
Just for the fuck of it.
Because it's Monday. You know what I mean? Like, it's Monday. Let's go fucking slice some pigs' throats out here.
Yeah.
All right, so the new album is...
Stuck in Motion.
Stuck in Motion.
18 tracks.
18 tracks. It's your first album in a while?
Yeah.
I think it's, been 5 years?
As
4
far
years?
as a real album, yeah, it's been a minute. You know, I threw out songs and little tapes and stuff, but now this is. And even when I threw out tapes, it kind of got lost in the shuffle because, again, we dealing with life.
Yeah.
But this is the first real album that I'm actually, crazy thing, as much as y'all know me and I be around y'all, I don't really do interviews.
Yeah, you don't do a lot.
You see what I'm saying? So when you see me talking and doing that, then it's that time.
It's time. You're on the campaign.
Yeah, definitely.
There it is, man. Well, listen, go get the album, go support it, go buy a Bumpboxx. They're incredible.
Always bumpboxx.com, 2 X's. Make sure y'all go get that.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you break a chord, though, you're fucked.
So the thing is, they just gotta reach out to us. A lot of people do that, and once they lose a chord, they be like, "Man, my box ain't working." Like, if you didn't give me the opportunity,
listen,
no, I could.
you had given me, like, when me and Head interviewed you a while ago. I think Jeezy came up to the station at the same time.
When I had my daughter with me.
Yeah, you had your daughter with you. You had given me like one of the smaller ones, right? And the cord went out, so I tried to buy that cord on Amazon. I bought like 3 different cords, and none of them would keep this thing on.
Yeah, nah.
And I called when you guys opened the store. I was like, "Oh, this is great. This isn't too far." I called the fucking store. I said, "Hey guys, I got this model. Can I just go up there and buy a cord?" And they were like, "Nah, we don't sell just the cord." And I was like, "Well, shit."
I don't know why the fuck you didn't just call me, because
I did call you, and then you just sent me a whole new Bumpboxx.
That's the easy way too.
Yeah. So that's when I got the big Doggy Style one. And Doggy Style's my favorite hip hop album ever.
Oh yeah.
Well, top 3. At any given day, it could be number 1. Yeah. So
Doggy Style was a classic.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go get a Bumpboxx. They're incredible. And a slapstick.
Yeah.
And some headphones.
Man,
and by the way, the headphones sound amazing. The ones I have are probably 4 or 5 years old at this point, but they sound fucking great. They're the
people didn't know, so it's crazy. People didn't really realize how dope they were. Now everybody trying to get them, and we don't have them.
Because at the time, there was like those Beat Studios, and yours sounded way better. Because those were the ones I was using at the radio, but then I got the ones from you, and they sounded fucking way better.
Yeah. And, once we were out, everybody like, fuck, man, we need to get that. And now it's like, it's too late, but
the in-ears is the way to go. That's what everyone's doing.
And the thing is, with me being in music, my partner Rob and everybody over there, it's like we always gonna make sure our shit louder, more bassier, more clear.
Yeah.
So that's the thing we go for. We're not trying to hit a quick lick.
For sure.
Yeah. So
no, for sure.
the in-ears gonna kill. My glasses coming out with Habibi glasses. That's gonna be crazy. The cartoon movie coming. Me and Mozzie still got a movie unreleased in the whole
I just saw
album
you posted with
unreleased.
Mozzie.
Yeah.
You guys got a whole album together?
Yeah, we already had one out. We got a second one just sitting up.
Wait, how long ago did you guys put that out? Like 2016?
It was a while, yeah.
Yeah, because for people who don't know, Mozzie has albums out with artists that you before you even like. Because I really the first time I interviewed Mozzie was 2017, and I think he had the shit with you. He had the shit with Gunplay out.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of collab albums.
That's my little brother for real. Like
he's the best.
Our relationship it ain't even really about the music
for sure.
And then I'm just a big bro to him, so. We were talking about it last night. He said I'm probably one of the only people that put pressure on him when it's time to work.
Yeah,
because I'm a monster.
And he's like one of the coldest rappers. Period.
Yeah. So that's dope, man. But yeah, we got the movie. We still got another album. That album, I still have an album sitting up that never released with Thug. I have one sitting up with Conway, one with Dave East. Who else?
Just sitting on a hard drive. You and Conway have a whole album.
Yeah, and this shit jam now. Super jam.
What are you waiting for?
The thing is, I make timeless music. It don't gotta come out today. It'll come out and still shake some shit up.
Have you talked to Thug or had any communication with him since he's been away?
I've been to court. I just went to visit him probably less than a month or two ago.
How's he doing?
He good, man. I think that the main thing is keeping faith, but just going through the process. The process is the hard part, bro, because even with me in life right now, right, nobody wants to go through the process because that's the most frustrating, and that's what's building us for growth for whatever's about to come for us. So,
right.
But spirit-wise, yeah, he was cool.
So he's good.
Yeah, he was chilling.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think people don't understand. I think some people are thinking it's a federal RICO.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a state RICO.
Yeah, it's a state. It's just disappointing.
It's still serious.
Yeah, it's serious. It's just disappointing because I know his heart. I know him for real, for real. Like, I know he only tried to help everybody, you know what I'm saying? But in life, that's what a lot of us get, the ones who tend to try and help a lot, it tend to backfire on us at times. But I feel he's going to be all right, man. And, the other thing is, it's a blessing at the same time because now, guess what? God done exposed things and people who shouldn't have been around you. So now when he come home, it's strictly focused on your family, your kids, and those who really fuck with you.
Yeah, it seems like almost everybody folded around him, unfortunately. A lot of people.
Yeah, I just feel like, it's not my situation to speak on.
For sure.
More I'm a roll with whatever he rolling with. But definitely it hurt to see him just have to just sit there and everybody else just doing what they do.
Yeah. That's what I always say about the situation, obviously, is until I hear how Thug feels about, certain things.
That's ultimately gonna be it. He's gonna have the final say so with that,
Right.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, go get the album when it drops Friday. This will come out probably next Wednesday, so a couple days from now, the album will be out. Go support it. And yeah, man, you always got something cooking.
Yeah, I'm up to something, man.
Always.
Up to something, yeah.
There it is. Trae the Truth. Appreciate you, brother.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Fire. What's going on, man? I want to shout out to our family, Hardin, for presenting to you another interview. All right? There's another interview coming tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Shout out to Hardin, though, if you're in Las Vegas, man. The #1 dispensary in the world. They're our family. They're our brothers. They're our fucking dogs over there, man. We love them. They always are taking care of us, and they'll take care of you. If you go to Hardin in Vegas, let's say you're landing in Vegas, you're going to go watch the Raiders, you're going to go watch a Vegas show, whatever, get in that taxi, tell them straight up, take me to Hardin. When you get to Hardin, they will get you hooked up with the craziest just variety and selection of premium cannabis on the planet. And if you tell them you heard about us on the Bootleg Kev show, you say, hey, Hardin, I heard about y'all on the Bootleg Kev podcast. They're going to take care of y'all, all right? So go follow them, Hardin_Las Vegas on all social media, and check them out, HardinLasVegas.com. What's up, Hardin?